Hi, this is John Nosal with Fabric Cafe, and happy Memorial Day sale as we continue here with our fourth video in this series. And as you can tell, I'm not Donna Robertson, but she's going to be helping me in a different way today, and she's going to be modeling quilts for us today. So let's look at our first one. And our first quilt today we have is, I'm really not good at this with this naming stuff, but this is what, Jigsaw? Lightning.
I'll help him out.
She'll help me out. We'll have fun with this. So this is Lightning, and this is a great one to give you those nice three different stripes on this, and it gives us a great design. So let's put this up on the table and look at the quilt kits that we have with this one. Thank you, Donna, my lovely assistant today. As you know, all of our kits work with any of our patterns, and we've got 7 different books in print and 3 that are also downloadable that you'll be able to use. So let's look at this one a little closer now. And our first one is this great in greens, which I think is going to look really nice in this one. So we've got these, our first focus fabric is this green. This is this great little motif on this. And our second one is this lovely little floral print and this green with this almost kind of a grass kind of design. It's going to look great in this. If we look at our quilt over here, we'll have our focus fabric is going to be where we've got the green in the lightning, and that lighter one they'll be in the light color, and then that grass will be here in the darker area. So this kit is called Grazing Meadow, and it's 8021494. It's recommended as using the Lightning from the Easy Does It book, or we've got that alternate pattern of Jigsaw that'll work great for that pattern also. So we've got another one that we're using with Lightning here. Let's take a look at that. And this one is called Forest Berries. And this is also one of our last chances. We've only got just a few of these left. So we've got our focus fabric, which is this great little organic design that'll go in that darker green area that we've got on Jigsaw. And then we've got our number 2 fabric, which is this lovely red with that little design on it. It'll go here in our lighter position 2. And then our number 3 is kind of this tone-on-tone mottled look, almost a little bit like a batik style. It's a batik-like. Will go in our black area here. And so these 3 are our Forest Berries kit, and its number is 8021495. Again, we're using that Lightning as our example there, and the alternative for that is Jigsaw. And we've only got 5 of these left, so you'd be able to make a nice Queen King topper with that one if you choose to do that. Don't wait, though. It'll go quick. And our next one is Summer Foliage. We've got a lot of really nice greens in this, and as you know, Donna loves those greens. So we've got this kind of a leaf here. So if you've ever done like leaf pressings in an old book or something like that, that's kind of the look that you're getting on this one. And then we've got a nice, almost a green woven style on this. And then our third fabric, number 3 fabric, is going to be that kind of a tone-on-tone black mottled fabric there. These will look great in that lightning pattern because you've got lots of contrast in that. This one again is called Summer Foliage, and it's 8021509. And again, we're suggesting that lightning pattern out of the Easy Does It book, and our alternate pattern is Jigsaw, and we've got just 2 of those left, so go ahead and grab one of those while they last. Okay, so we've got another one now that's coming up, and this one is called Checkmate. I really like Checkmate because it's a really fast pattern that you can do. We've literally got width of fabric on this big stripe. That's one big piece of fabric there, so it gives you a great focus fabric. So if you've got lots of motion in there for a kid's print or something like that, this works great. And then we've got a nice basic 4 patch there. So let's put that one up on the table and look at our first one here. Oh, this is a great one if you're a Disney fan. This is a neat one from the Jungle Book. We got Mowgli and Blue the bear and everybody in here in this great orange and browns with this one. So we'd have our Mowgli that's going to be in that that big swatch of fabric that's on there. That's that width of fabric. And then our number 2 fabric is going to be this brown dot. That'll be here in our lighter area. And then this orange dot will be in our blue squares and also out here on the border with this Checkmate pattern. So again, this one is going to be called Mowgli and Friends. It's 8021496, and we're recommending that Checkmate pattern, and you can get that Checkmate pattern free with each one of the kits that you buy. Okay, our next one while we are keeping the Disney theme going here, or I guess Cars is actually Pixar, I believe. So we've got Cars, we've got Lightning McQueen and Mater in here, and so this is a great one. So we'll have a nice big strip of that Cars fabric in that big block on our Checkmate pattern. And we've got this little brown little diagonals. It almost looks like tire tracks. And then we've got this really cool, almost kind of like a glowing ember fabric that we have there. So these two will be our 4-patch, and then that Cars fabric will be that big patch on our Checkmate. And this one is called Racing Buddies, and it's 8021497. Using that Checkmate pattern. We've only got 2 of these left, so you won't want to hesitate and go ahead and grab one of those during our wonderful Memorial Day sale that we're having today. Okay, our next quilt design that we have coming up is Picture Perfect. And this is a great one because we've got 2 focus fabrics in this with a little bit of a border on that second block, so you can have a nicer big block there. And you've probably heard Donna mention in some previous episodes that she actually developed this one so that you could do some embroidery in these blocks. So you can do a little bit of personalization in there. So let's go ahead and put that up on the table and take a look at the quilt pattern, or the quilt kit that we have for this one. We've got a great geometric on this kit, and this one is a really neat one. We can have that block in our number 1 position in this larger block, and then we'll have our number 2 fabric that'll be out here in our sashing, I believe. Yeah, sashing. Is that where that one goes, Donna?
Nope, that's number 3.
That's number 3. So number 2 would be in our second block here in that background, also a little bit out here on our border, and then this great little ribbony looking design in our number 3 fabric will then be in where we've got the red on this. And this one we are calling Geometry in Motion. It's 8021498, and we're using that Picture Perfect pattern, and you'll be able to get that free with each one of the kits that you buy. So our next one that we've got coming up is another one using that Picture Perfect pattern, and this one's a really neat one. We all fell in love when this fabric came in. It's almost kind of like that oil and water paper design that a lot of people are doing as one of the art forms, and this is a great, really liquid look on this one, and it's got some purples and blacks and a little bit of greens down in there, and that's some teals, and that's going to look really nice in our main focus block on this. And then our number 2 is a nice geometric circle pattern, and our number 3 is that really nice tone-on-tone, kind of an organic wood look to that one, almost a bark feel. And these 3 kits make up our Geode kit, and it's 8021499. And again, we're using that Picture Perfect, and this is also a last chance, so you've only got 3 of these left. Okay, we've got one more here for our Picture Perfect, and this is a really nice with beiges and blacks on it. And so we start out with this kind of tone-on-tone with the white paisley on this, and our number 2 fabric is this nice kind of a woven tweed look, and then our number 3 fabric is this really nice black with that tan on it, and I think that's going to look really nice in this Picture Perfect pattern and give you a really nice result with that. And this one is called Contempo, and it's 8021500, and it is again using the Picture Perfect pattern, also from this Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts book. That's one of our downloadable books, and you're able to get that if you want that. And as always, remember that you can get a free book if you purchase 3 of our kits, so you can mix and match and buy 3 of those kits and get one of our books free. You'll just select that book deal when you're selecting your patterns, and then you'll be able to go ahead and write in the name of the book that you want in that situation. So our next pattern that we've got up is called Bold Blocks, and this is a really neat one. It's a nice salute to all of our firefighters and EMS personnel out there that are really putting themselves on the front line. So this bold blocks is really neat because it's got this nice big block on it, so you can have a nice focus fabric, as you see here. And we've got a nice asymmetrical border around each one of those blocks. Gives you a little bit of variety on that. So let's put that up on our table. And look at this next kit that we've got coming up. I know we've got a lot of guys out there that like watching lakes and seeing ducks floating out on the lakes and maybe doing a little bird watching. This is a great one with all these ducks on here. And that's going to be able to go into our big block here on our quilt so that we can have a nice block of those ducks. And then we're going to sash it with this nice light gray. So we'll have all that in here. And then our number 3 fabric. This is kind of a neat looking tone on tone. It's almost like a little bit of a snake skin on there. So it's kind of a cool design on that one. And this kit is entitled Loon Lake. And it's 8021501. And it's using that bold block pattern from the Pretty Darn Quick book. And bold blocks is a really nice one. Size on that is a really nice size. It's a 47 by 60. So it gives you a really nice size quilt in that situation. And we have one more coming up on using our bold block pattern. And this is another great one. My wife Patricia loves the woof. And this is a great one that she would love. It's got that nice woof in there with a little bit of almost like an Indian paintbrush flower that's on this. And that'll look great in that big block on our bold blocks pattern. We've got a nice gray, again, with this circle pattern on it. And does that have a little bit of a metallic on it? No, it doesn't. Just how I'm seeing that in the reflection. And then that nice red on this to bring out that nice red that you've got in that flower with the wolves. So this kit is called Wolf Pack. It is 8021502, and it's using the pattern bold blocks. And again, that's from our Pretty Darn Quick book. There's only 2 of these left, so that would make a great twin size for you if you're looking to make a little bit larger of a quilt. Okay, we've got one more coming up here, and this is a really neat one. It's called Byzantine Door, and this is another nice one that gives you 2 focus fabrics on it. So you can actually get some nice design with that. So those 2 focus fabrics with this nice sashing around each one of the blocks gives you some nice variety. And that's actually a really gorgeous fabric that we have on that one. And let's take a look at a suggested here. Because again, we're focused on men and boys today. And our first one that we have up here is Forest Frost. There's a lot of trees in this one. And we've got our 2 focus fabrics here, so we'll be able to have both of these in the 2 blocks that are here in our Byzantine door pattern. And then we sash that with this really nice black and swirly little fabric that we've got there, almost like a little vine on here that we would use to sash that and put it on the borders within the bold blocks kit. Again, this one is called Forest Frost. It's 8021503, and Byzantine Door is the pattern. It's also in the book Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts. And that's a really nice one. That would look great for most guys. And now we've got another one that's going to be using the Byzantine Door pattern once again. And it's got another one of those leaf patterns on this fabric, and gives us a nice grays, or browns and blacks on this. So we've got 2 different colors of that leaf pattern here. That'll work great in each one of the focus blocks within our Byzantine Door. And then we would sash it with this nice dark gray and black tone-on-tone fabric that we have. And so these 3 fabrics are going to be called our Autumn Foliage. And it's 8021504. We've only got 1 of these left, so you don't want to wait on grabbing your version of that, and using that Byzantine Door again from the Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilt books. Okay, we're now up to our last chance section of our show. As you know, we've always got just 1 or 2 kits left of various fabrics, and we put those together for you. So, or it's been one that's been selling really great for us. So again, these last chances are really a great deal. So we've got this first one that's got this kind of fish motif on it. with all of the trout and the tuna and the salmon and all of that. And really nice blue on blue. And then we've got this nice gray with the circular pattern on that. And then this really nice blue tone on tone that we have for our fabric number 3. And so those 3 are making up the kit called Fishing Trip. And it's 8021505. And we're suggesting the Sweet Times pattern. And Sweet Times is great because you've got one large block in there, that big 10-inch block, that you'll be able to focus your fish on that. And then you have alternating sashing on each one of those blocks. And we've got just 2 of these left. And our next last chance is another one of those great kind of oil and water marbly looking design that's on this one. This is such a neat fabric. You can do so much with that. And then we have our number 2 fabric, which is a nice green and kind of a gold in there that kind of highlights some of the colors that you see in that main number 1 fabric. And then number 2, this looks like almost like a rainy day and those waters dropping into the pool of water. And so these 3 make up our kit named Reactor. And it's 8021506. And it is the town square pattern. Nice 10-inch block in that. And then we've got one more in here. Oh, this is a great one. If you're looking for a project for maybe doing that Father's Day gift, this might be a nice one for that one. And this one is cool. I've actually got a bow tie made out of this fabric. And it's really neat with that little kind of diamond pattern. It's got a nice swirly watercolor design in the background. And then we've got our number 2 fabric, which is this little small vine design that's on that. And then our number 3 fabric is this wonderful blue with the grape design that's on that. So these 3 are making a kit entitled Daddy's Tie. And it's a great one with 8021507 being the number. And we are suggesting the Friendship Star pattern. And that's a nice little design for that to work with these fabrics. And we've got just one left of Daddy's Tie. And our last one for today is this great one we call Fire and Ice. And very organic design on this fabric. So we've got this nice red that's got some nice pinks and grays and blacks in it. And then we've got our number 2 fabric is this blue. And that's from the same line as that first fabric. And then this nice tone on tone kind of bluish gray that's in this one. And these 3 fabrics are making up our Fire and Ice kit. It's 8021508. And we're recommending the Jacob's Ladder. And it is from the books Modern Views. And so Jacob's Ladder is a really nice one in that you can use for that. And we've just got one of those left. So that's all of our last chances that we have today. But we do have one other thing that we have for you today. And that is we've got some stash builders. So we've gone through and pulled out a bunch of our 1-yard cuts of fabric. So we've got 5 1-yard cuts of fabric for you today. And we've got a various different color groupings that we have on these. And you're not going to be able to pick out the specific fabrics that we have in those groupings, but you can pick out the color theme that's with that. So those are some of our specials that we've got for today. And as always, we've got all of our books that are available for sale today. They're $15.99, and you're able to go through and these make great stash busters and all of that. So anyway, I hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. Again, I'm John Nosal with Fabric Cafe. Have a wonderful rest of your day.